So, something happened the other day to me, gave me the inspiration to have an idea to make this video as my next one. Um, it was just a normal day. I get off work and I drive my same route home, and I just, for some reason, finally noticed myself just trying to get back home so incredibly fast. And I still don't know why I was in such a rush to do it, and I found myself uh, tailgating somebody for who knows how long. I don't even remember it, but it was for a while. I just remember being so angry about them driving so slow, and then all of a sudden they're driving so slow that somebody pulls out in front of them, and they have to brake, and I'm mad and barreling at them, and just barely have enough time to stop before I rear end them badly. Not not badly, but enough to cause trouble. And um, it kind of made me sit there and think to myself, like, why am I even in this position? Like, what am I in such a rush for? And it made me think, like, why are we all in such a rush all the time nowadays? Like, I don't I don't know what happened, but it just feels like as time goes on, everybody has to be places faster and faster and faster. And for what reason? Like, I get the case of emergencies, but I feel like 70-80% of the time it's not even due to that. It's just wanting to be somewhere so fast that you can't even hardly stand it. And I'm just sitting here trying to figure out, like, why? What what good reason? Why do we want things to go faster? I guess is what I'm trying to figure out. Because the more that I thought about it, I don't want that. But I wasn't, I also wasn't thinking at the time. I haven't thought about it for forever. Like, it just was just programmed into my brain that I just need to be quick getting everywhere. Like, I have to get home at this time every day, or else I can't get everything done. But like that, I can still do that and take 10 more minutes, 5 to 10 more minutes getting home. Like, I genuinely, definitely had a deep reflection after that moment of like, there's no need to want to speed up anything about our lives. We're only, heck, we're only here so long. Like, why, why be in a rush to want to do any like normal daily task? Like, I, I, there shouldn't be any reason for that. We should want to find enjoyment in the small things, or just anything that we don't even think about. Like, I, what I should have been doing is driving probably a little bit under the speed limit because I was going more over than I should have been, and maybe taking time to just enjoy the surroundings around me instead of just being laser focused on being angry at a vehicle in front of me, that I was just missing everything around me. And that took enjoyment out of my drive. And for what reason? Like, I had no reason to be angry, but I was. And I just think as a society, what we're doing is getting, like, literally just having our minds programmed to want to speed everything up. I mean, it's just the direction everything's heading right now. Like, we want this faster. This is better because it's faster. Is it really though? Do we really need everything to be fast? I don't think so. I think I think the most beautiful moments in life are when we decide we don't want to speed up anymore. When we actually convince ourselves to take a break for a moment and either take a look into ourselves or look at what's around us. I mean, I there's so many experiences in my mind now that I can remember wanting everything so fast in my life that I wish I could just go back and, you know, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and just realize that it is a lot of this stuff that happens is just so small in our lives. Like we we should be able to take breaks and look around and just be grateful to even be here. Like we we take so much stuff for granted all the time and we don't even realize it because we're not we weren't we were forced to look at it another way. Just we can't even we can't even stop to enjoy our lives without feeling behind. But like, why do we even feel behind? Like, what's the reason? Because others aren't doing the same thing? Well, I think the real ones that are behind are the ones that gave up on finding enjoyment in the little things in life. Those are the ones that are behind. And I felt that way about myself for these past few days since that moment of like, I I think the reason that we feel like time is speeding up so much now is that we're just not paying attention anymore. We're numbed, like our minds have just been numbed to always focus on things in the future constantly. Like we don't even we're scheduling this, and this. Like right now, this I'm just completely tossing this moment out the window and worrying about what's tomorrow, what's the next day, what's the next day. I'm so excited for this thing coming up in like 3 days or in a week that we just completely discard the moment that we're in, the day that we're in. We need to realize that those days that we're looking forward to, they're not promised to us. The only thing that's promised to you is the day that you're in right now. And we need to find enjoyment in the now, like right now in this moment. And I do feel like if you focus on that more, then you're gonna see things start to slow down a lot. Slow down your mind, slow down your emotions about things. Don't be so quick to, you know, get aggravated and blame something else for something you're doing to yourself. We we as a whole, our society just needs to slow down. And I know I'm just talking to a camera right now and putting this on YouTube, and it might not get any views at all, but it makes me feel better to at least put something out there as at least a sort of therapy for myself to want to actually enjoy life. I mean, I when I find myself in the state of worrying about everything that lies ahead, I don't find life to be fun anymore. I feel like a just going through the motions and like the feeling of sadness and depression is just a normal thing to experience when it shouldn't be. We were put here to enjoy and be grateful in this life, and we just we take that for granted every day. And I found myself being quite the example of that the other day, and so many past experiences of just never enjoying the now. And that is something I'm going to start working on now, is to actually take a break, get off the doom scroll on the phone, don't space out, don't worry about stuff ahead in the future, just to just sit and be present and just realize that I need to be grateful for so much, and that there's no need to bypass all of that just to worry about being prepared for the future. Because in the reality of the fact is, like, we can prepare all we want, but the future is the future, and it's nothing in it's guaranteed. Or, I mean, like, any sort of thing can happen to change what we're going to experience. But right now, we can control what we do. We can make decisions right now about our lives that we are in control of. And that's something we need to start doing more. That's something I want to start doing more. And I feel like doing that little by little every day will start to bring meaning and a purpose back into life that's been missing. And um, I I just feel, just by looking at everything now, that it's the world is just moving faster and faster and faster. And it's like, you know what? Like, I I'm gonna take a step back, and you know what? I don't feel behind by doing that. I know a lot of people will probably are going to think that when they do that, but there's just no reason to be thinking that. If you if you can get yourself to do that, then you're far ahead of where a lot of people want to be, because they'll spend their entire lives focused on stuff that hasn't even arrived yet. And when they leave this earth, when that day comes, they it's gonna hit them. It's gonna hit them right at the end, and they're gonna just sit and wish they they enjoyed so much else, and didn't put all that aside just because they were worried about what job or anything school related, or just travel, like, just anything else about their lives. Like, they want to be in this certain spot, and the only way to get there is to just worry and freak out about it every day. But the reality is that that's going to come back to bite you on that day, on that fateful day. So be present, be in the moment, enjoy being here. We don't know how long we have. We all have different times here, and we're not going to realize that until that time comes. But what we can do now is bring bring meaning back into our lives, to find a better way of living than what's going on right now. And I know that's what I'm going to start doing, and I hope other people can realize that they can make that decision too. Um, I'm just realizing that I'm grateful to be here, and I don't want to take any other times for granted and be in a rush to be everywhere. Uh, it's a sad way of going through life, and it's not something uh, I want to continue doing. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about here. I'll have more ideas that pop in my head, and when a video pops up is when I feel comfortable sharing it. So yeah, that's really just it for today. I'm gonna try to keep these videos short and sweet, but um, hopefully I reach people with this, and if not, that's okay with me. Um, just glad to be making these, and it's been making me feel a lot better about myself. So until the next one.